Hello, my dear students. I'm glad to see you again today. Today's our lesson theme is language matters. Objectives of the lesson: to develop language, communicative and discursive competences, critical thinking, creativity, to enlarge vocabulary related to the topic languages, to improve speaking and writing skills. So, plan of the lesson: to identify the definition of the word a language, to consider the ways of learning languages, to study the advantages of learning languages, to define difficulties of learning languages. So, students, what is language? Language is a tool of face-to-face or written interpersonal communication. Language is a system of sounds, words, and rules. With the help of language, we communicate with each other. With the help of language, we sing. We plan something. We use language to share ideas, feelings, and information. Also, we use language to express our thoughts. Languages can be spoken, written, signed. People have different languages, but the function is the same: to communicate. Examples of languages: Kazakh, Russian, English, Turkish, Chinese, Arabic, French, and Spanish. So, language as a tool of communication. With language, we can ask questions: where are you from? Answer questions: I'm from Turkestan. Give information: the lesson starts at 9 o'clock. Express feelings: I'm happy. Plan and organize: let's meet tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Solve problems: can you help me with this task? Language helps us to make friends, work in a team, study at school or university, do business and travel, to earn money. So, how many languages in the world? There are about 7,000 languages in the world. And there are not the exact number. It's approximately, and the 6 big languages of international communication are English, French, Russian, Spanish, Chinese, and Arabic. They have the very huge amount of speakers. Also, some languages have less speakers. Only a few thousand or a few hundred speakers. Some languages are disappearing because young people do not use them. They change to bigger languages for study or work. And next, many countries have one official language or 2 or more official languages. So, types of languages, by how we learn, use them. Mother tongue, first language, in other way. Language you learn first at home, Example, Kazakh or Russian for many students. Then second language. Language used often in your country, Example, Russian for some Kazakh speakers, Then foreign language. Language from another country, learned mostly in class. Example, English, Turkish, Korean in Kazakhstan. International language, I have just enlisted their list: English, French, Russian, Spanish, Chinese, Arabic. By the way we communicate, we classify them as spoken languages, as written languages, as sign languages. Then language and culture. There is a huge connection between language, culture, and history. In fact, language it means words may contain a lot of information about culture, about history of a particular nation. Just examples are, for example, the personal names, place names of one country. They contain a lot about traditions and cultures of that country, of that particular country. For example, in our case, all place names of our country, in some way may contain information about our culture, information about the culture of our ancestors. For example, most of our place names, were formed because of the nomadic culture, as Salmalkul, as Atbasar, Taysoygan, and so on. So, students, language and thoughts, we often think in words. In our mind, we talk to ourselves, plan and imagine the future, remember past events, make decisions. Yeah, when we think here in our brain, we talk with our inner voice. Yeah, language help us organize thoughts, name things and ideas, classify the world, big, small, young, old, hot, cold. Different languages sometimes have different words for the same idea, have many words for something important in that culture, have special forms for respect, time, or relationships. So, 4 language skills which you have to acquire in order to develop your communicative skills. Yeah, they are listening skills, speaking, reading, and writing. So, how to improve each skill? Listening. Listen to songs, videos, podcasts, watch films with subtitles, listen carefully to your teacher and classmates. Speaking. Talk in pairs and groups in class. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Repeat useful phrases many times. Reading. Read short texts, dialogue stories. Use a dictionary for new words. Underline keywords. Writing. Write short messages, emails, notes, and paragraphs. Practice correct spelling. Use simple but complete sentences. So, ways of learning languages. Yeah, students can learn language in many ways. Formal learning. English lessons at school or university, following a course book, doing exercise and tests. Informal learning by yourself, listening to music and reading the lyrics, watching films, series, YouTube videos, playing computer or mobile games in English, chatting with friends online in English. Yeah, and here are given good strategies for learners. Yeah, make a vocabulary notebook, new words, translation, example sentence. Use flashcards, repeat new words many times, try to use new words in speaking and writing. So, methods of learning, languages. I have just here given 3 simplest ways of learning a foreign language. The first one, communicative method. Focus on communication. The main aim here in communicative method of learning language is to improve your communicative skills. By role plays, by creating near to the native speaker's environment, you'll be given some cards, where you have a role and the situations, what to do to make up a dialogue, to work in a group, Then grammar translation method. It is one of the oldest methods learning foreign language. In such cases, you will be given grammar rules. You will be explained grammar rules. Then you will be given texts which you have to translate, and you will be given tasks to make up sentences using the grammar rules which you have just learned. Then task-based learning. Focus on tasks and real-life problems. Language is used to complete the task. Examples of tasks. Plan a trip for tourists. Create simple hotel advertisement. Make a short dialogue at a travel agency. So, communicative competence. The ability to use language in real life. It includes grammar competence, using correct or almost correct forms. Vocabulary competences. The word stock which you have to need in order to express your thoughts. Pronunciation competences. You have to be able to pronounce each word in a foreign language which you are learning near to the way how it is pronounced by the native speaker. Then socio-cultural competences. Here you have to have information about the way how social status, how social distance, how age, how such kind of things influence to the choice of the words, of the sentences in the face-to-face international communication in a foreign language which you are learning. Then we also have pragmatic competence, which is also very important here. It includes the knowledge about the speech acts, So, quotations about today's lesson. I will read some of them. Okay, the first one. The limits of my language mean the limits of my world. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. To have another language is to possess a second soul. One language sets you in a corridor for life. Two languages open every door along the way. You know, the third and the fourth one are real, how can I say it, really impressed me, because you know, knowing a foreign language can open lots of doors for you, especially in your profession, in your industry, my dear students. If you will know English, Russian, also Chinese, Arabic, you will be the specialist who is needed, who is demanded in by lots of tourists. Yeah. So questions here, my dear students, you have given the list of questions. Yeah, which you have to answer in order to, how can I say, to summarize, to conclude our today's lesson. Yeah, in order to find out what you have, what kind of information, what kind of knowledge you have got from this lesson. So, descriptive writing. My dear students, you may push the pause button and do this task. We have also research project, my dear students. You may push pause button and do this task. So, conclusion. My dear students, here you are given conclusion. The definition of the word language was identified. The ways of learning languages were considered. The advantages of learning languages were studied. The difficulties of learning languages were defined. So, my dear students, I think it's time to say goodbye. Here are the list of references. You may get more information about today's lesson from this list of the references. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye, my dear students.